CashFlowMapper allows you to import bank, debtors and creditors data directly from selected accounting software packages for use in creating plans. The idea is to append the data to a plan with your regular transactions so you can instantly get a feel for short-term cash flow. We'll see an example shortly. We recommend using a rolling plan. See the video on rolling plans for an overview of how these work. We also recommend that you set up debtors and creditors groups to make reporting easier. See the video on grouping transactions for how to set these up. Before you start, please read the introduction section to the Accounting Software Links Manual. This outlines what you need to set up and understand in order for you to get the most out of this feature. It also explains how taxes are reported as well. On screen is an example of how to best use this feature. This plan has regular known transactions set up, so we've made a copy of it to work with and we've rolled it. Once your plan's selected, go to the Import API option here and then select MYOB. A MYOB login screen will appear even if you're already logged in and you log in as normal. If you have more than one database under your account, a drop-down list of all the MYOB databases you have will appear. That's up here. Select one and click the Get MYOB Data button. If you decide at any point you don't want to proceed, just hit the back arrow here to get taken back to CFM. Select one of the import options. We'll select bank as well as debtors and creditors. There's a few options here. There's also a remarks section here. This details transactions that are overdue per MYOB, as well as transactions which won't be imported but have tax components that will be. After clicking on import, you're taken back to list view and the transactions from the age payables and receivables appears. You can also see the imported bank balance here. The transactions are imported and grouped under debtors and creditors, as you can see here. The overdue and unallocated descriptors appear as necessary. Overdue for transactions that are overdue. If there's any unallocated credit notes, they're flagged as such as well. These are cues for you to edit the transactions, given that these overdue transactions have a start date. That's the start date of the plan. The tax on any unpaid portion of a transaction is grouped along with the tax on regular transactions in this tax section here. If the tax return date needs to be changed, edit the transaction itself. The tax items group contains tax on fully paid transactions that will be remitted during the life of the plan. The transactions themselves aren't imported. The start dates default to the next tax remittance period. Edit these if necessary. Similarly, the tax items return group contains tax on the paid portion of partially paid transactions. Again, the start dates default to the next tax remittance period. Edit these if necessary. Refer to the first section of the Accounting Software Links Manual, as well as the main manual for explanations of how tax is reported both online and in exported reports.